Hello, guys, and welcome back to Fox to Fox Reports. What a match that we witnessed. We saw amazing yesterday. We beat Southampton 4-1. Come on, you Foxes. Honestly, before the match, I'm thinking, I'm looking at the TV right now, and it's like flashing lights all over St. Mary's Stadium. They're just hyping up the match. And it's Southampton. Like I said before, we haven't beaten them all season long, last season in the Premier League. And we're playing the first match over at St. Mary's. So what's going on? What's going to happen? We came off a loss. And I necessarily did not notice that Southampton also came off a loss, but a horrible loss before the international break. 5-0 against Sunderland. So, anyways, we see the lineup and we have no Fass. We're thinking, what's going on? Justin starting, a little different. Connor Cody's also back, and we're just asking ourselves, is that a good back line? The fact that Connor Cody's back, Vestergaard is still going to play, though. What's up? But, of course, the inclusion of Mavididi coming back on, you do see the difference. Of course, you see what he can do, what he did against Southampton. But going into the comments, Leicester for life, what a win. Of course, he's surprising. I'll be honest, I'm very, very surprised. We didn't win by, just one goal. We won by 3 goals. So what an amazing result. Mavididi goal was exceptional. It had to be. He had numerous chances, but luckily that one went in, and of course, all that he's forgotten, all that he's missed in the other opportunities, kind of made up for it. Leicester forever, 2004. How do we beat other small teams 2-1 then trash Southampton? If you look at the highlights between Southampton and Sunderland, you do see that the defense is lacking. But seriously, a team recently coming down from the Premier League, you would think they would have some better quality than most championship sides, but we do see they did just play horrible. Too many mistakes. LCFC Fox, that made my Friday. It made everybody's Friday. Harry White, McAteer, what a player. What a player from the academy, so developed now. Last season, I'll be honest, I wasn't necessarily thinking in the long run that McAteer would ever be a future star for Leicester City, but he has developed and improved just drastically and full on confident now. He's scoring goals and perhaps, who knows, could be up there for goal scorers of the year with Leicester City. LCFC 1884 Fussy. I went to the game. Tell me about it. It's probably was the best experience in a long time. Day 12. Hey, I did not expect that. We did not as well. Away as well. Could have been like 9-1. It could have. We had so many chances, numerous chances, but of course you got to finish them. But compared to the match against Hull City, drastic improvement. And like I said, we rested, rejuvenated during this international break, and that's clearly what we needed. And as we saw against Southampton, we're all fit again, improved on the mistakes and just superb opportunities and finishes. Preston are top right now. Yes, I will go to that to the table later on. I thought McAteer would drop down to U21. I thought so too. Under Brendan Rodgers, he was good. I mean, he was having his moments, but necessarily nothing impactful to say that, next season he'll be on the squad for sure. And he did have some stinks in, I believe it was Green Forest Rovers. I think it was League One. Necessarily didn't start there, but yeah, it just he didn't necessarily have a full season long loan to say that, he's ready for the first team at Leicester City. But yeah, he like I said, he's improved drastically and certainly opened eyes for most, including myself. LCFC Fox, I'm so happy we have a good manager. Yes, a completely different style of football. New style, absolute beauty. Beauty. Tiki taka, like prime Barcelona. Yeah, May, it's the best experience of my life. Also, the first game I've ever went to. What a match for you then. What a match to go to your first game and just absolutely experience this unbelievable just style of play. Beautiful football. But yes, a new style of football, absolute beauty. And you could tell now, we're playing with the keeper, and Hemerson is great on the ball. Great on the ball with his feet, can certainly play under pressure. There were moments where I'm like, all right, we got to stop playing in the back. We got to just lob the ball forward, because Southampton were constantly attacking. Che Adams was just constantly coming at Emerson, kind of trying to get them, to just boot the ball out. But no, Hemerson, along with the defenders, very firm, very, focused in trying to play the ball from the back and then create opportunities up top. Mavididi, man of the match. Yes, you do see the drastic, just different of style of play, him compared to Harvey Barnes. Now, the question is, will he be much more, I guess, efficient and effective than Harvey Barnes? Obviously, we can't, depreciate Harvey Barnes for what he's done in the club, but you do see a very distinctive player between him and the former Fox. All four of the goals were brilliant. Yes, beautiful setup, link up play, and just superb finish. Mavadidi's Barnes, in my opinion. Yeah, I think we've been lucky to get players to improve, better players to replace the former players that would leave. Of course, number 10 was formerly Madison playing in the middle, but Mavdidi on the left side still, causing mayhem. Oh, just absolutely owning Kyle Walker-Peters, without a doubt. And Kyle Walker-Peters, a few years back was a promising right back, for England and all that, but certainly his level has drastically dropped, and Mavididi just owning him. I don't know if you guys saw the play where he just lobs the ball over Kyle Walker-Peters, but of course the pace just didn't get him there to the ball on time. But yeah, when Ndidi scored last season, he didn't look that bothered, but yesterday he looked so happy. Yes, and we're seeing that with the manager, new manager now. He just brought up so much just positivity to the club and actually wanting players and getting players to stay. LCFC Foz has improved so many players. Ndidi, Vestergaard, yes. Vestergaard, of course, finally using his height, especially in the corners, set pieces, trying to head the ball out. That's what we need from Vestergaard. He's a tall defender. So, he needs to be winning those balls, and he has been winning those balls. And yes. Duck, how's it going? But yes, going into the lineup that we saw against Southampton. Excuse me. We went with the formation of a 4-3-3. So what was questionable here was, of course, not seeing Fass, and then seeing Vestergaard or Connor Cody. Also, but I'll get to that. I'll get to that actually later. But yes, Jamie Vardy starting, and Kelechi Iheanacho not starting either. So Kelechi Iheanacho normally was that player that was going to, kind of be the starter for the team, because much more younger, stronger, and kind of would fit that system of Maresca. But with Jamie Vardy before this match not being too effective, efficient enough, he was mostly that player to come on the last 10 minutes of the match. But no, what a way to make an impact the first minute on. Now, of course, we are transitioning to a new style of play where it's no longer just long ball to Vardy. I don't think there was necessarily any play that was those old Jamie Vardy plays where he just, take you just pass the ball over the defender and Vardy would, go for the run. But no, it's mostly just, passing to Vardy. Vardy holds it and then waits for support or does his 1-2, just like he did with Mavididi for the first goal. So yeah. Going also more into the comments. Cody will probably start next game against Norwich. I believe, because we did have some problems there in the back. I don't know if Maresca will change him. I mean, the choice of perhaps putting in Cody, certainly not far from I probably want to happen. I probably would want Cody to start. But it's going to be a tough game against Norwich. But I'll talk about more into that in that pre-match review next week. Our defense and midfield is probably the best in the league. Yes, you can tell the style, just the quality, just the perfection of our players. Harry Winks, everyone's saying it. Too good for the championship in every single game. I'm believing that. Also, Vardy hasn't scored in a while, and just Gunboat did. Yes, or finally not Gunboat. Yeah, certainly seeing Vardy first minute scoring that goal, just much more. The confidence is back, and finally, like I said, we're trying to find a new system for Vardy to play, and he's slowly getting into it. And that's those 1-2s, and mostly being that player to support other players that are making runs. I think everyone at the club right now is happy, apart from Everson and Suter. Yes, Everson and Danny Ward, those goalkeepers are, we can already agree that they're not going to be playing, because we have, Hemerson, we have Stolarczyk as second goalkeeper, and we'll all agree that those two keepers are probably the ones that we want. And Everson, as much as he has done more efficiently than Danny Ward, there's really no more room. I don't think he wants to be a third goalkeeper. So yeah, I probably would see them leaving in the January transfer window. If not, certainly next summer. A month ago, I thought Everson and Suter Christian would be good for the championship. Suter, I agree. I think he's a very effective defender, and certainly much more quicker than Jannik Vestergaard. But at the end of the day, it's Maresca that makes the calls, and if he honestly doesn't see Suter as a player of value that could be efficient for his team, then I guess it's just not for him. Will Everson and Suter leave in January? I'm guessing so. I mean, Suter, honestly, I like him, so I would hope he leaves in January and goes to a different team. But yeah, I'm assuming some players like that who didn't get a transfer, this last transfer window, will probably leave in January. Surely this will be Vardy's last season. I mean, after yesterday, you kind of still have that hope and belief that there is still something in Vardy to come on and be some sort of effective striker. I think maybe one more season, perhaps, and for sure that will be his last season. But I think next season, if he were to stay, will be the season where he just comes on like the last 10 minutes, 15 minutes, and by then we'll probably have a different striker to kind of fill that role with Kelechi Iheanacho if he stays as well. What a signing of Adidi. Yes, slowly but surely being much more efficient, effective, and just spectacular. It was the best night of my life. Mine too, honestly. That fourth goal by Mavadidi just made my entire weekend. I'll be honest, that feeling, that goal was better than getting a raise at work. That moment. Or if anything, just the same feeling. Harry White, KDH was good, I thought. Yes, KDH we'll agree that he has his moments where he's just losing the ball, but he, cares about this team. He cares about this team, and he will give his absolute best and try and just give those great balls. He gave a great ball to Mavadidi, but it didn't go to goal. The pass to Casey McAteer, unbelievable. And we're just slowly finding those, they may be far passes, but we're just perfecting them. And KDH's pass to McAteer wasn't necessarily, just a quick little pass. It was pretty far apart, but yet he just fit it perfectly. And of course, McAteer with a great run to control and hit it bottom right. But going into the subs that we had on the bench, one surprising name that was there was Patson Daka. Wasn't on the squad at all for the past, I think, couple of matches. If anything, the last 2 matches. Thinking that he would get a transfer away from Leicester, perhaps, to Bournemouth, but that slipped up and necessarily did not happen. And before the match was even played, and I saw his lineup and him on the bench, I'm like, has Maresca perhaps changed his mind about Patson Daka? Is he in his plans perhaps? But as we saw, didn't even get some game time. But I don't think he necessarily feels that effective, Patson Daka. I think it was the goal for Casey McAteer or Mavididi where he's celebrating Daka. I think he's still showing his support for the team, even though he hasn't been playing. Benjamin Norris, how's it going? So yeah, I don't know. I don't know about Daka, but hopefully, I think he's still a good player and still could do something to this squad. Maybe sometime in the League Cups, maybe not this one against Liverpool, but like probably the FA Cup, if anything, he'll get his time to play. But the question here I'm trying to figure out is Younes Agun, is he quality for Leicester City? Is he the right winger that we need, or necessarily where's his position? Because Maresca had him on the right against Hull, I believe, and also against Tranmere Rovers. Yes, Tranmere Rovers in the Carabao Cup. But then with this match against Southampton, he had him in the midfield. So far, I'm not seeing any positive outcome from, if we were to say, if we're going to activate that buy-in offer for this loan. So I don't know. I don't know about Younes, if he's going to be a very effective player for the team, and if he's the right winger, or if do we even need wingers right now? We have loaded wingers. We have McAteer, we have Madidi, we have Madi Badua, we have Fatu. We have pretty decent, squad when it comes to the wingers. I think we're good. So I don't think Younes being at the, being a right winger or a left winger is going to be, any good for us. If anything, he can try and be a replacement for Dennis Pratt, who's been out. But I don't know. We'll see. Going into, yes. Yeah, I was a bit confused why he didn't start, but still won. Daka could stay because at least he's been on the bench on like Suter and Everson. Yeah, like I said, I think he's still good. I think he, if we were to try and play those long balls and Daka would be, on the pitch, he would certainly win them. Who do we have next? We have Norwich next, and let me just do a little quick change into the current lineup. So I believe Preston won their match, and they are in first place as we're in second. Not bad. We went up one. Ipswich is winning, and I think with the 3-goal difference that we had against Southampton, moved us up to second place. So fair enough. We play Norwich next on Wednesday over at, I totally forgot the name of their stadium. How about we play in Norwich, which will be tough. Norwich is always tough. It's never a more than 1-goal game, whether we win or lose. It's always, that 1-goal difference. And where's Southampton? They're in 9th. Leeds, did they lose? No, they haven't played yet. I think they played later today. But yeah, that is the lineup at the moment. Preston, Leicester, and then Ipswich, the top 3. Of course, either 1 or 2 to finish off the season. I'm good. Let's go back into the Premier League. Benjamin Norris, I'm a Saints fan. Tough luck, but it was pretty kind of weird to see Southampton give the ball away so easily. That's not the Southampton I remember, not from like last season. It's always been tough playing at St. Mary's Stadium in recent seasons. But for some reason, they just completely kept losing the ball, and we had so many opportunities. But yeah, best of luck for you guys remaining in the season. I don't know who you guys play next, but certainly they have to fix that defense because it's kind of lacking. And I can't say that our defense is good either, because we're making mistakes too. Then you guys, play Ipswich Town. So, that's going to be a tough one on Tuesday too. So that's the day earlier than we play. Yikes. But yeah, I mean that's pretty much what has happened during this time against Southampton yesterday. Just playing great football, passing 1-2s, playing from the back, and just finding those open spaces to give those long balls, but on the ground, and just implementing every single player on the pitch. Gosh, I didn't know Leeds were so far down. Yeah, they had some drama going on earlier before the transfer window with not Nantu, the Italian player who didn't want to play, even though he's probably the best player on their team, didn't want to play, and then once he apologized, came back onto the squad. I think they're slowly trying to get back up there again. But the only aim now is to try to keep a clean sheet. Yeah, I mean, at this point, we're trying to get promoted. So whatever gets the 3 points gets us 3 points. So I'm good. I'm good with that. As long as we get 3 points and we keep going up and then just staying up there and then getting promoted, I'm fine. But now let me ask you, do you feel much more confident going into our next Carabao Cup match against Liverpool? I think so. Because finally, like I said, we're beginning to play a system where we're controlling most of the ball. We're switching the ball from one side to the other. We're controlling it very well, especially in the air. Casey McAteer, no one thought he was going to be a starter for us and be, a goal scorer too, is playing well, much more efficient. I think, it's slowly going to get there to the point where once we get to Liverpool, we're going to be complete gold. I mean, we're going to be much better than I thought we were, 2 weeks ago. But yes, it's just the defense I think that we kind of need to fix up on. And of course, those opportunities, those easy ones where Abadidi clear open space for Vardy to pass the ball to him, but he didn't. But of course, certainly, hopefully he can kind of acknowledge that he needs to make those decisions very, very quickly and know when to shoot or when to pass, because those kind of opportunities that he had yesterday where he didn't score will come back up. And it may come to a point where we won't be more than 1 goal up or 2 goals up. We might be even tied or maybe 1 goal down. And making those right decisions at the moment are going to be very, very important. So hopefully Abadidi can fix that and know when to make it. But LCFC, take care. Fatu impressed so far? Yes. Someone who's coming back, going forward, has pace, has strength. He had 1 clear opportunity for Iheanacho. Beautifully, he just dribbled the ball forward, saw Iheanacho on the left, good pass, but Iheanacho just lobs it over. It's just one of those moments for Iheanacho where he just can't seem to finish when you have other chances where you would think he couldn't finish, but he makes them in. But I don't know. I think Iheanacho just doesn't score easy goals. But let me take a quick last look into what we have for the remaining, or not the remaining, but the remaining month, games of the month. So we have Norwich on Wednesday at 3 my time, Eastern Standard Time. Then on Saturday we have Bristol City, going to also be give or take. And then a Wednesday again against Liverpool over. Yikes. Over in Liverpool. That's going to be tough. And then Blackburn and Preston. Okay, yeah. So pretty much our next 5 matches going to be very impressive. And, if we could win all 5, well, I mean, Liverpool, hope be a bit realistic, but the next 4 championship matches, if we can win them, certainly, who knows how far we'll go up the table. Iheanacho was funny. Yeah, honestly, I think he just didn't care about that opportunity. Liverpool won't win, sadly. We won't beat Liverpool. I don't know. On paper, we won't win, but you never know. After watching the match against Southampton, I was a bit more, motivated to see, kind of convinced that we may actually have a chance. But we'll see. We still have 2 games before that. We'll see. After these next 2 games, determine how much of a possibility we have of beating Liverpool. We'll probably go 1-up, then lose 4-1, maybe. Supporting us from India. But yeah, I mean that's pretty much what I have. I'm much more confident. Like I said, after the match against Southampton. Great. And yeah, I'll do the pre-match for Norwich next Wednesday, or this coming Wednesday. So stay tuned for that. Probably at around, I want to say 3-2 my time, Eastern Standard Time, in the afternoon. So stick around for that. But I will see you guys next time. Take care.